Thank you Sir Yusuf for this opportunity. Hey comrade gift, listen to this message from Yusuf. Philosophy is a big word that comes from two Greek words, philos, meaning love, and sophia, meaning wisdom. So, philosophy basically means love of wisdom. It's a way of thinking about the big questions in life, like what's real, what's right and wrong, and what's the meaning of life. People have been doing philosophy for thousands of years, trying to understand the world and our place in it. It's important because it helps us think critically, make good decisions, and understand different perspectives. Some scholars and what they were famous for in philosophy. Immanuel Kant was famous for his moral philosophy, especially his idea of the categorical imperative, which says we should only do things that we would want everyone else to do in the same situation. Bertrand Russell was a British philosopher known for his work in logic and his advocacy for pacifism and social justice. Martin Heidegger was a German philosopher who explored the concept of being and its relation to human existence. Jean-Paul Sartre was a French philosopher who popularized existentialism, emphasizing human freedom and responsibility. Friedrich Nietzsche was a German philosopher who critiqued traditional morality and argued for the will to power. Aristotle was a Greek philosopher who made major contributions to logic, science, and ethics. Plato was a Greek philosopher who founded the Academy in Athens and wrote influential works like The Republic. Confucius was a Chinese philosopher who emphasized social harmony, respect, and self-cultivation. David Hume was a Scottish philosopher who focused on empiricism and skepticism. Albert Camus was a French philosopher who explored absurdism and the meaning of life. But the father of philosophy is called Socrates. Socrates is widely regarded as one of the founders of Western philosophy, known for his method of questioning people to expose their assumptions and encourage critical thinking. Socrates is also known as the mad gadfly and the martyr of philosophy because he died for philosophy. The people at that time hated the way he was influencing youths and making them disobey their own laws as he was making them wiser. Now youths just don't obey some unreasonable old traditional laws without asking why or understanding, so they dared him to betray philosophy or drink the poison in front of him known as hemlock poison. He chose to drink the poison and died for it. Some fallacies and what they mean in philosophy. Argumentum ad baculum is when someone uses threats or force to get someone to agree with them. Argumentum ad ignorantium is when someone argues that something is true because it hasn't been proven false. Argumentum ad verecundium is when someone uses an expert's opinion as evidence, without considering the expert's credibility. Argumentum ad hominem is when someone attacks the person making an argument rather than addressing the argument itself. Argumentum ad populum is when someone appeals to popular opinion to support their argument. Argumentum ad misericordiam is when someone appeals to pity or sympathy to win an argument. Argumentum ad consequentiam is when someone argues that something is true because of its consequences. Tu quoque is when someone deflects criticism by pointing out the other person's hypocrisy. Straw man is when someone misrepresents or exaggerates an opposing argument to make it easier to attack. False dichotomy is when someone presents only two options when there are more. Philosophers use logical reasoning to evaluate arguments and come to conclusions. This involves using clear and consistent thinking, avoiding fallacies, and considering multiple perspectives. Logic is a key part of philosophy, helping us distinguish good arguments from bad ones. Philosophers also use reasoning to explore complex concepts and understand the world. By using logic and evidence, philosophers can build strong arguments and make informed decisions. Some laws in philosophy. The law of identity states that something is what it is, and not something else. The law of non-contradiction says that something can't be both true and false at the same time. The law of excluded middle states that something is either true or false, with no middle ground. These laws are fundamental to logical reasoning and help us make sense of the world. They might seem simple, but they're essential for clear thinking and good arguments.